All right, as we are crowning up the 7 o'clock hour, our first conversation is definitely going to be about business. Business, business, business. It's very important. Yesterday we were hearing from URA and their commitment to help traders in order to manage as well as navigate their way around the new systems of technology, one of them being IFRS. And so you see how it has caused turmoil on a national level. If we were to go business by business, having a one-on-one with them, you would see how technologies and advancements in technologies are actually challenging businesses, even though they're coming in the name of aiding the businesses to become better. So in our business update this morning, we're looking at investing in emerging technologies as well as navigating Uganda's digital frontier. The background of it is that navigating the digital frontier does involve embracing new technologies, enhancing customer experiences, making data-driven decisions, and of course, fostering a culture of innovation. Now, the rapid growth of disruptive technologies, we do have examples such as artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, and cloud computing have definitely presented significant investment opportunities. These technologies are powering digital transformation in business and setting the stage for other solutions such as the metaverse. You do have another one in the line of cryptocurrencies, which I know you are very familiar with, and biotechnology, which is also an emerging technology. Overall, by and large, financial markets are also evolving rapidly at that speed, and technology is playing an increasingly important role in that rapid growth. By staying informed and taking advantage of these new tools and resources available, investors can now make the most of their opportunities, and when it comes to risks, again, they can still make the best out of the risks that they face, making it important for investors to carefully consider their goals and risk tolerance. We do have the public relations officer from an institute of business, that is Makerere University Business School, and this is Mr. Peter Odoki joining us to expound more on this conversation. Good morning to you, Mr. Odoki.
Good morning, Priscilla.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How is the institute doing?
The business school is growing, adapting, and we continue to tailor our products to what the market needs. So we're a market-driven institution, and we are very cognizant of the fact that the world changes every day. And as a country, if we do not embrace the technologies as they unfold, we will be left behind. So at the business school and in executing our mandate, we do our part in having these technologies not only known about, but integrating them into our curriculum at the business school. All
right. In that regard, we want to look at the next technologies that are currently developing or will be developed within the span of 5 to 10 years for us here in Africa, by and large, which is Uganda, which are sustainingly going to be affecting businesses. We've already seen some systems that people are repelling because of the advancement that comes with them, but also the social environment around them. So we want to know what are some of those emerging technologies through your lenses that Ugandans should be aware of and be ready to adopt to them. And then how are they going to be affecting businesses? And this affecting, I want to look at positive and negative.
Thanks, Priscilla. The times we live in now, and I am not saying anything that is new, ours is to keep creating awareness in these areas. AI is something that we can no longer hide away from. It is part and part of us. It's come to stay. And you either adopt or get extinct. That's the message that we're pushing forward. The emerging technologies like blockchain technology. Blockchain, by its very nature, helps businesses not only buffer their security in the global market space, but also integrate new technologies in the way they do their business. As a country, I mean, we are predominantly an agricultural country, but that's not to say that we should keep our practices rudimentary. In the last 5-10 years, you have seen the growth in on the business side. The companies that are making traction in this country have adapted to these new technologies. They are not in the agriculture sector, they're in the banking, in manufacturing, and in telecoms. These are sectors that have transformed the world. If you look at the top tier businesses globally, they are in the technology sector. And as a country and as a business school, we're cognizant of that fact. We do research in these areas, and it is our mandate to help government, help the population appreciate where this country needs to be.
All right, so you have mentioned blockchain. There's some others, and just wanting to look at some of the statistics that are out there. Artificial intelligence market could grow to 1.3 trillion US dollars, and this is by 2032. This is up from the 40 billion US dollars in 2022, which is just 2 years ago. And this is according to a report from Bloomberg Intelligence. When you look at the compound annual growth rate of 42%, the robotics industry is another one that could reach 218 billion US dollars by 2030, up from 62.7 billion US dollars, and this is 2 years ago. And this is also according to global data. Looking at another compound annual growth rate, 16%, when you look at cloud computing marketing, something that you have mentioned, could rise to 2.4 trillion US dollars by 2030 from the 678 billion US dollars just last year, 2023. According to Fortune Business Insights. When you look at another emerging technology, not only power digital transformation in business, all these are actually setting the stage for solutions. The question is, what is our adaptation as a country to these technologies, Mr. Odoki? And then, of course, do we have the capacity for investment in these technologies for us as a country?
Thank you once again, Priscilla. Yes. Uganda as a country is gifted not only with its weather and its people. The talent does exist. The opportunities in these spaces does exist. With emerging technologies, as I intimated earlier, the Internet of Things is something we cannot ignore as a country and as a people. Computers are taking over the decision-making processes. The algorithms that have been built in, you feed in a few parameters and it will give you an informed perspective of how to drive your business forward. And to that extent, I can tell you for a fact that these technologies are there. They are being embraced, and you know, when you have algorithms that make you make better decisions, you do turn a profit faster than if you used any other human analytic tool. But that aside, it's been known and it's been seen that integrating these processes into, let me pick out a facet like consumer experience. Consumer experience with algorithms that companies like the banks will know your shopping trends, will know your saving trends, your spending trends. Borrowing a leaf from global players like Amazon. You know, Amazon will look at your shopping pattern and tailor a product to you, for you, Priscilla. So, and this is done through configuration of the descriptive algorithms. So, to that end, this is a space that as a nation and as businesses we need to be in, because not only does it make you more efficient, the savings and feedback that you get from customers justifies our involvement into that space.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mr. Dodge, we were trying to go technology with the census that was ongoing recently. Unfortunately, that failed. We went back to pen and paper. As a business school with adaptation, let's talk about that. How are you as a business school actually moving towards these emerging technologies and your capacity to invest in them? Because you might be able to, want to, have the connections to. However, at top management, they'll say, we don't have the funding to do so.
As a business school, we are a government entity. What that affords us is that we do plan our activities and get support from government. But as a government institution, we're also empowered to engage with players in that space to be able to support these our taking on these technologies. So, and at the business school, we have been very deliberate. We're not there yet, but we're getting there, and we intend to get there. On first principles, we have intentionally adapted and integrated facets of ICT in all our curricula. You will not do a business program at the business school and not have an interaction with ICT. So to that end, I mean, you cannot have somebody coming out of the business school and his knowledge of AI is non-existent. Mm-hmm. That would be a total disservice to this country. So as a business school, we have integrated these facets into our curriculum. On the infrastructure side, we do have the plans, but as like you intimated earlier on, these plans are premised on the availability of resources. And so as a business school, which has its space in the education sector, we do make our plans. We have got partners that we reach out to, we play in this sector. Government renders support to a certain extent, but we're making baby steps in the right direction.
Okay. With the rapid growth of ICT, especially in institutes like yours, you do have the consequence of cybercrime that also comes through, among other disadvantages that are creeping through the digital space, because one, regulation and policy are not yet formulated to protect as well as enhance its growth in the first place. So when you look at cyber attacks coupled with some of those hindrances that are coming with, how does one protect data, and then the users, how are they being protected in utilization of these emerging technologies?
Thank you, Priscilla. The cyber threats are real. And like you've intimated, it all starts with being aware of these threats. As an institution, one of our outputs is research. You will not undertake research and, AI now, ChatGPT and other robot applications render you the opportunity. You can type in your project subject and it will write out a thesis for you. That presents a challenge, but as an institution of repute, you can, as we keep on telling our students, you can run, but you cannot hide. There are anti-plagiarism products that we deploy at an academic level, at an academic institution, to ensure that the authenticity of what we do at a business school is kept strong. The integrity of the degrees that and diplomas that we give out is premised on how strong our examination and how tight a rope we run to make sure that if Priscilla did research, it is actually hers. And so to that extent, we are familiar and aware of the cyber threat that technology, opening up these spaces comes along with. And we have taken ample measures to ensure that we insulate ourselves against it.
Okay. All right. So imagine a student of MUBS having to go to ChatGTP and, you know, get their work done. Then there's another application that offers humanization of that, so that Mr. Odoki and the other facilitators at the institute cannot realize that they actually did copy and paste from such platforms. However, you're giving us confidence that on your side as academia, you're also having tools that have been developed, again, to scrutinize and make sure that people can be authentic as possible. But at the same time, it begs the question, are you not handicapping education by and large?
No, Priscilla, on the contrary, our mission as an institution is enabling the future of our clients. So to the extent that we are executing our mandate, we're not crippling or curtailing education in any way possible. We do appreciate that the landscape is changing, and that's not going away anytime soon. But in the space in which we're operating, we cannot sit back and let the joyriders have their joyride. We have got to cap the integrity of the systems that we run as an institution. If we compromise on the security and sanctity of the quality of the education that we give, then we let this country down. Okay.
All right. As we're coming to the conclusion of this, let's talk about, of course, the opportunities that are there. And I also know that as an institution, you're going to be conducting a graduation in regards.
Yes. Thank you again, Priscilla. Yes, we will have our 17th graduation ceremony this Friday at the business school in Nakawa. This graduation is primarily for diploma certificates and postgraduate diplomas. And like we have been having a conversation, that it's themed around digital transformation and embracing it for economic development of this country. And so, this time round, we'll be graduating about 650 candidates. We've got a commencement speech by Honorable Nyombi, the ED of the Uganda Communications Commission. And it is our hope and prayer that the products that we're churning out this Friday will go a long way in changing and transforming the mindsets and the quality of the products we have on the market.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Peter Odoki with Makerere University Business School, giving us confidence there that we need to embrace it. But something my take home in person is the fact that even with these emerging technologies, they're all coming from here, meaning that this is the biggest technology which any of us have access to. Make use of it. That brings us to the end of our business update. More conversations coming up. Do stay with us.